Congratulations, Power Rangers. Victory is yours. You have gone far beyond the call of duty and saved your world from a terrible fate. The world is very lucky to have you, and so am I.
Power Rangers!
Nuts of the Dirty Table.
Dirty Table Nights. Awesome entertainment for your delight. We are the Dirty Table Nights. Live on Twitch Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night.
Heroes playing games, talking pop culture news. We got what you need, we'll be here for you. Crossover will tell us if we're wrong or right. Hang out with the gang every weekend night.
Nights. We're the ultimate team.
Nights.
Come on and check out the stream.
Nights. We'll be chasing our dreams.
Believe it.
Nights.
I'm just here for the memes.
Nights. 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 We are the Nights.
What is going on, everyone?
I don't know why I'm doing shaky hands.
I don't know why either, but
Okay.
but it's all good. Welcome to Knights of the Dirty Table. I am your host, DJ Merrick Henry. Hope you like the remixes that we found because they're literally dope. Got to give credit to Barney. He absolutely killed it.
Those
With
were
me
amazing.
today is Sir Wayne.
Hello.
Coming back to the Dirty Table. How are you, handsome?
Doing great, and you?
Good. Really happy to have you here,
Great.
man. We're going to be talking some more of the Japanese aspect of the show today with the Super Sentai, which you and I...
Oh, I love Super Sentai.
Yeah, we could go off on it, and we
I
will.
know.
Don't you worry. We will have you on board. Barney is ghost producing today, so comment down below
I'm in the chat.
your love for Barney. Just let him know what's up. Appreciate you having here, my friend. And yeah, we've got all kinds of things on the table today. I've switched over from blue screen to green screen because I have so many different blue Megazords that I wouldn't be able to use them otherwise. So it's definitely a blue kind of day, basically, with all of these various things from various seasons of the show. And I have all of these very cool Ranger keys down below, and we'll talk more about them in just a little bit and what they are. But welcome to the show, everyone. If you haven't already done so and have been watching us this past week here for Power Ranger Week, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you like and follow us on all of our available platforms. We are the Dirty Table Knights here at Knights of the Dirty Table. We are on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Twitch and YouTube. We're all over the place. So if you haven't done so already, please make sure to give us a follow. Make sure to give us a subscribe. We appreciate your time. So welcome. So let's get started on our brief history lesson, if you will. So art takes inspiration from many sources. Paintings, books, musics from different kinds of cultures all around the world. They all influence different pieces of work, creative work. Then there's what Power Rangers set out to do. It took Japanese fight footage from an Action Kid show and it threw American faces on to fill in the extra in-between scenes. And you have this mid-90s phenomenon, basically. But that success for American audiences came from a steady Japanese source, Super Sentai. When Power Rangers was adapted from its source material in 1993, it was already the 15th season of Super Sentai in Japan, which means that there's 15 years worth of Rangers before it ever came to the States. So that's well over 50 costumes that we just had never seen before. Super Sentai started in 1975, and back then it was just called Sentai. There was no Super. Himitsu Sentai Go Ranger, these guys, right? Yeah, right over here. They were the first team of Rangers. Look at these capes and collars and the helmets. It's very well dated, to say the least. They lasted for 84 episodes, if you can believe it, from 1975 to 1977. They then, immediately afterwards, began toying around with the idea of changing teams to fill in different seasons. So after that, we got these guys, Jayaka Denkitakai? Jayaka. We'll just call them Jayaka for lack of better words because I never got the second word. It premiered a couple weeks after the first show ended in 1977. It wasn't nearly as popular, and it was actually canceled after only 35 episodes. So give me one sec, just looking through. So the show was nearly dead until the Sentai producers struck a deal with Marvel Comics, believe it or not, that Marvel Comics, to share the characters and to use them any way they saw fit. Stan Lee loved what they were doing in Japan with these characters and these kinds of superheroes, and he was excited to see this adaptation that was going to take place with any of the Marvel characters that Super Sentai could pick from. It led to the Japanese Spider-Man TV series in 1978 that heavily went away from its source material. There was no Peter Parker. There were none of the comic book villains. There was just the standard suit from the pages and a giant robot. And that's what not Peter Parker, the other character, that's what he used to fight his enemies. The big success of the robot toy from the Spider-Man show led Sentai to incorporate that concept into their shows going forward. So the Sentai brand was revived as the Super Sentai due to the robot, basically being part of the Super. And it has been a Japanese kids' entertainment staple ever since. Marvel co-produced a couple of the seasons after that to help get the show back up and running. But then they obviously went their separate ways. But basically, without Stan Lee, there are no Power Rangers. Moral of the story. I'll mention that Super Sentai was beginning to struggle in the late 80s, and it wasn't nearly as popular as it used to be. It wasn't until the 1991 season, Jetman, Chojin Sentai Jetman, that the show was revitalized with a stronger, more serialized plot going forward. In this serialized plot, they actually had a love triangle between three of the Rangers, the Red Ranger, the Black Ranger, and the White Ranger. It was almost going to be the first season of Power Rangers here in America, but American producers felt it was too adult for the Fox children's block, namely just the idea of the love concept, because a lot of the fight footage was centered around that triangle, so it kind of makes sense. I get it. Plus, everyone's wearing a bird outfit, so I don't know how well bird superheroes would have appealed to kids. Obviously, dinosaurs was going to be much more of a successful toy leap. Dinosaurs are birds, fair enough, but
I mean, yeah, they are.
But physical dinosaurs are better to sell to kids than a condor toy or a swan toy, if you will. So, with the next season, Kiryu Sentai Zyuranger, that's what gave us the iconic Mighty Morphin team, and then the rest was history. My personal favorite season out of all of Super Sentai is Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger. They were a badass team, and it led to a lot of great moments on the show that just has a whole lot of epicness. And here to talk about that with me today is Sir Wayne Dwyer. Let me pull up the image of them real quick so people at home can see. Look at these guys.
Look at Merrick doing all this production.
I know. I'm doing
so
everything myself, guys.
Wait, we can turn the light on.
Almost.
There you go.
So with me to talk some Gokaiger is Wayne. So just to set up the audience, if you will. So these guys, they are the 35th Super Sentai team in Japan, and their motif is pirates. You can see all 6 Rangers as imaged above. And the cool thing about them is that they have, as I mentioned before, these little ranger keys here. And with these keys, they can access all 34 prior teams of rangers, and they can access all of their powers. Like this little morpher down here behind the Gokaiger set, you use the key, put it in, and you can access any of the ranger powers from before. So these guys are absolutely powerful in Super Sentai canon. With the show, they also had a lot of guest actors from all of the previous seasons. One ranger is represented from every single season out of the 34 in this one season. It's kind of remarkable that they got so many actors to come back and make appearances. So there was a lot of
Some of them were
love.
actually really good episodes too. Mm-hmm. Like I like the one for the one that came after Zoo Ranger.
Oh, the
Rio
Die Ranger one? Yeah.
That episode's fantastic. When we were watching it, I pointed out to you that they were all like modeled off of Chinese.
Yeah, the
Chinese
suits.
zodiac, and I was like, look, that's literally a reference to them in it. It was like when the sunset goes down and everything. I remember pointing that out to you. I myself liked the Car Ranger episode because it was so silly.
Oh, yeah. So, we'll briefly just mentioning that. So, I mentioned in one of my favorite episodes, Power Rangers Turbo, where they had the enemies coming in through the base, and they destroyed their base at the end of that season. And it was a really good finale arc. The series that it's based on from Japan was actually a parody of the Super Sentai franchise as a whole. So the fact that they had cars for Zords, they were making fun of that the entire time and trying to make up really funny jokes to play into that. But Power Rangers didn't do that at all. They actually decided to take it somewhat seriously, funny enough, which is
Funny
odd.
on its own way too.
Yeah, it really is. I really liked the tribute episode that they did for Jetman, actually. And
That was a good episode.
so I've only seen two seasons of Super Sentai. I've seen Gokaiger and I saw Jetman.
I've only seen
showed before.
Gokaiger, and from what I saw of it, I loved it.
Yeah.
I watched the entire thing with you. I even watched like all the other episodes. Marvelous is one of my favorite.
Oh, the Red Ranger? Yeah.
The Red Ranger, Captain Marvelous.
Captain Marvelous is an incredibly badass hero. What's cool about these pirates is, the Power Rangers, yeah, we're here to save the day. These guys, they don't care about saving planet Earth. They just want to get the treasure that's buried within planet Earth.
That's somewhere on Earth, and they're like, oh, well, I guess we could save the day today.
If someone is in their way, preventing them from getting the treasure, that's the only reason why they're going to attack them. But
Yep.
they're not set on protecting planet Earth. They're pirates, and they just want treasure, and they will do anything to get it.
Which is what I like about it.
Which is, it's savage in a way. Like, even
Yeah.
their fight style is more savage than other Super Sentai or Power Rangers shows, because
They're
they're...
like constantly switching weapons in and out between things.
Yup,
They're, like,
sometimes they have two guns or two swords.
They'll be like, they'll keep people down. They'll like stab them, keep going. They won't even like get them up, let them stand up or anything. They have like no sense of honor, which is really crazy because the season before that one, they were all samurais.
Right.
So that like they have to have like the high honor thing. So like they was like the exact opposite. When we watched that movie, I loved that movie.
Which...
With the one when they Die Ranger? No, Die Ranger.
like the one... Is it the 199 one where they
Yeah.
had all the other heroes?
Not that one. The one when they went back to talk to the previous team, not the previous.
Oh, right. No, that was part of the episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was interesting about this season in particular also, before this season, there were... So the team-up episodes that I mentioned with Power Rangers before, that footage that it's based on, those were theatrically released movies in theaters. They weren't television specials. They put them out in theaters, and they were like hour-long movies, feature-length shots and everything. And those movies in Japan, those team-up movies, those weren't considered canon until this show, because some of the plot lines didn't quite add up with how fans perceived it, so they considered it a separate continuity, very similar to Dragon Ball Z movies. I consider that separate
It
continuity.
is entirely separate canon.
Just easier. But they added the movies into this main continuity because the Gokaigers went back in time with the as you mentioned, the previous
Teams.
samurai and the angel team, whatever they are in Japan. So it was nice to bridge that together. And what was really cool about that in particular was that movie, that samurai and angel team up movie, actually featured the first appearance of the Gokaigers on camera. And they actually worked that into the continuity and explained why they went back in time and why they were in the movie in the first place. So there's just a lot of love and attention to detail with this season. Each episode that is a tribute episode towards a specific Sentai team has a ton of Easter eggs and a ton of references, and usually features a returning actor. So there's
And
just
the other
a
thing
lot of
too,
love.
it's basically like watching a giant history lesson for Super Sentai.
It is. It's a great first season to jump into.
I went into the show not knowing anything about it. You're like, hey, do you want to watch Super Sentai with me? I was like, sure, I'll give it a shot.
Begrudgingly, mind you.
Begrudgingly, I was like, fine, I'll try it. I don't want to get into another.
You treat me like a brother. It's like, fine, I'll just do this for my brother.
I'll do it
whatever.
for you. So like, I watched it, and he's like, "What?" I think we watched like the first like 3 episodes, and I was like, "We're gonna keep going." He's like, "You like?" He was like, "I don't need to really know to like." This show ruins subtitles for me. I can't watch anything subtitled because there's no way you're gonna be near as good as Gokaiger. I loved Gokaiger. And we was like texting was like, "Hey, do you want to watch more Gokaiger?"
Begging. He was practically begging.
I
me
was
to watch
like,
more.
I got to know what happens at this point now.
51 episodes, 4 movies, and then a couple of other additional episode bits that feature the rest of the characters coming back. The season was so popular that they keep asking the actors to come back and reprise their roles because they were
pretty
so
sure now
popular.
the actor that plays Marvelous is basically another face of Super Sentai.
Oh, definitely, for sure. Like these guys, not that I necessarily think they also saved the franchise like other previous seasons, like the 1979 season or the 1991 season, like I just mentioned, but they've definitely been some of the most popular characters to come out of the series, and it's already 10 years old. Like this was 2011 that these guys were on screen, and they're still asked to do things almost 10 years later. It's kind of remarkable. Now, we can't talk about this particular season without mentioning this guy right here,
his favorite
Ranger.
one.
My favorite Ranger out of all of them. His name is Guy. He's the 6th Ranger for the team. They discover him around the 17th episode. And this guy's backstory is really, really interesting. Not that I want to give away too many spoilers, but
It's much better in Japanese than English.
yeah, definitely.
I mean, it doesn't have a giant rock.
Let's talk about that in just a moment. Thank you for reminding me. But with the Ranger in particular, he's cool. So he's the 6th Ranger for the team. So his main power source would be every other 6th Ranger in history. So like the Green Ranger suit from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Japanese version, the White Ranger power, and many other additional 6th Rangers that have joined various teams over the years. He has all those powers.
Don't the 6th Ranger tend to be more powerful than the other Rangers?
They do. They get their own Zord, they get their own weapons, and they usually can beat the crap out of anybody. So this guy had all of those powers, and he was so strong. Oh,
He fell over. That's how strong he is. He says that the floor can even take him. He was rather
so what
impressive
he would
on my
do
end.
is he would combine all of those 6 Ranger powers into one super key, and he had this giant set of gold-plated armor, basically, that combined all the powers of the previous 6 Rangers, which means he is, in fact, the strongest Ranger in existence, on top of an already strongest team out there.
Don't the Red Rangers usually get like battleizers?
In Power Rangers, battleizers are exclusive to America, not Japan.
Yeah, I know that, but
that
I
was
know
to sell toys.
Yeah, that's obviously the Saltoys. But I do know that
It worked.
Marvelous gets the gold key from the 6 Rangers in one episode too.
Yes, he does. He got to use that in a special. So it's not like Red Rangers are obviously like
They're the leader of the team.
and they're going to have the most like fire and energy and every time they try to save the day, but don't mess with your 6 Rangers because they're right behind.
I
with the
always
power
feel like
source.
the Red Ranger is like the go-to one, and then right below that is always the 6th Ranger.
But what's cool about this Ranger is he doesn't give a crap. The Red Ranger, he doesn't
Yeah.
give a crap, which is what's so great about it.
Yeah, exactly. He's my favorite. He's one of my favorite characters in everything from Japan.
It's borderline if One Piece was a Power Ranger show.
That's what I think I liked about it so much.
This would be it.
Yeah,
Dapperdan says blue is best, fight me.
I'll fight you.
Which blue are we talking? Are we talking this blue or are we talking like Billy Blue?
Yeah,
I'm just reading.
I want to know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, please let me know, Dan, which one you think. Now, speaking of this, we have to talk about its American adaptation.
You mean the bastardization of it?
Yes. So,
I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to curse, but
yeah,
that's
no,
basically
that's
what
fine.
they did
It's
to
okay. No, Super Mega Force, it deserves it. So, when Power Rangers was canceled in between, as I mentioned before in our previous history lessons for this show, when Power Rangers was canceled before it came back in 2011, I wasn't sure how I was going to get my Power Ranger fix. So I discovered this show in between Power Rangers cancellation and revitalization when it came back to Nickelodeon. I discovered this, and I was blown away, and I fell in love with it. So when Power Rangers was brought back for Saban, I was mostly excited for when they got to this footage. and how they were going to use that to honor the Power Rangers, because this is a legacy season and the 20th anniversary of Power Rangers was coming up. So it was going to make sense that they use this footage to fuel the show. And what we got was, as you say, a bastardization of the show. So the Nickelodeon franchise, they split their stories into 2 seasons of 20. So the season before that was Super Samurai and Power Rangers Super Samurai, super original. That was a 40-episode story. Then the following year we got Power Rangers Mega Force. Appropriate name for an anniversary team, got no problem with that. And that was the Angel team that I was talking about before. That was the footage that they based it on. But what they did, rather than spread that specific Japanese footage across 2 seasons, they had that be part 1 of the Mega Force season, and then part 2, Power Rangers Super Mega Force, again, original, they based it on this footage. So they merged 2 totally separate Sentai footages and put them together, totally unrelated. One was an Angel theme, one was a pirate theme. Imagine how great that was to work with 20 episodes of pop. It didn't work.
I mean, well, you just start mushing things together and just saying that the new outfits are just mega or just super modes.
They're just enhancements, and it didn't relate at all. You should have just skipped over the Angel team and just gone for the pirates. But I guess at the time of the show,
they had a contract.
They had a contract with Toei, the source provider for Super Sentai, where Power Rangers couldn't skip over a season. But then clearly after this season was such a sham, and fans did not like this season at all. This 20th anniversary season that we were building up to basically was a total
I also
dud.
feel like it isn't the actors' fault too.
No, it was...
They all said it, like, other people, when I was watching like behind the scenes stuff for it, they all said like they wanted more than what they were giving them.
The writers weren't allowed to give them anything based on the showrunner. He was just trying to completely condense everything and just use whatever fight footage worked with no sense of
There's like
plot.
a bunch of things in that show too that doesn't quite make sense. Like they tried to like find shots in Australia because Power Rangers just shot in Australia.
New Zealand.
Same place.
Oh my god.
Fight me.
We have international viewers, Wayne.
Fight me.
Sorry guys. Anyway, continue with your fake news.
So yes, that's fine. So they spent like a lot of money just to try to like recreate shots in New Zealand.
Yes.
To Japan.
In particular, one thing that they did, so Power Rangers Super Mega Force, what they did was they allocated the budget in different ways and then didn't use a budget in others. So as part of Power Rangers Mega Force's 20th anniversary, they did have a little robot ally very similar to Alpha 5 from
Which I wanted to kick down a flight of stairs.
I don't blame you one bit. And what they did for Super Mega Force was they had an episode devoted to the little robot ally. Mind you, he was created out of CG. It wasn't a costume that they took from Japan. They made this guy from scratch and used CGI to do him. And they have this episode where he gets out of the command base for a day and he's walking around the city on his own. Mind you, from a production standpoint, it takes time to find the locations, shoot on location, get actors to film in between those scenes, and then use the CGI to create said character from scratch to make an episode devoted to him. Now, I'm okay with character development. I got no problem with that. But when you're already putting a time limit on yourself to how much anniversary awesome pirate fighting footage you can use, and you choose to film and create an episode devoted to an ally out of CGI, you're just wasting your time. It's a waste of the entire production. A whole episode you could have taken out and maybe used one more bit of Japanese fight footage.
Not even Japanese fight footage. They could have had like one of the other good thing about Gokaiger compared to Megaforce 2 is in Megaforce they like save the big battle. Sorry for spoilers.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
fine.
Power Rangers.
It's
Win. They save the day.
They save the day. So like in Gokaiger, that happens in the very beginning of the show, like the big battle.
Right.
That happens like that's like the big highlight to start off the season to get you all hyped up into it. And then in Megaforce, Super Megaforce, that happens at the end.
I'll sidebar to this. Barney, if you wouldn't mind, if it's not too much, would you mind scrolling through and just finding online and just adding in a footage of like, that opening shot from Gokaiger, if you type in like Gokaiger episode 1, and maybe find that as an image to just drop in so everyone knows what we're talking about. I will take this off in the meantime. And feel free to just plop that in so everyone can see the awesomeness of it.
But yeah, it was like I remember watching it thinking, oh, this is gonna be cool. And then I think we watched Gokaiger, and like in between like times of us watching Gokaiger,
Yeah.
I watched Megaforce and I watched Super Megaforce, and I remember distinctly telling my brother, the show is trash.
So many missed opportunities.
There was.
They had in Japan. They had a lot of costumed villains from previous seasons of Super Sentai, and they basically used the same costumes for this. And a lot of those costumed villains were also adapted in Power Rangers over the years, so they could have just as easily either had the costumes shipped over, or just use the footage that's already there. You don't have to have any actors, you know. And they didn't use any of those villains. They just skipped over them.
They just
completely.
like every episode they just had to use like, well, we had to use this legacy episode because it explains how they get.
They pick and chose. That was the problem.
Yeah.
They had legacy episodes, and then they just got random new powers based on none of those powers. It's all messy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, look at this. And then there's
so
this
awesome.
point where the regular Power Rangers are just fighting 6 Ranger copies, and it's so dope. Speaking of, we got to talk about this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Bosco.
He's great.
Who is a
privateer.
total badass. This is great, Barney. Thank you so much. This guy is a total badass. He had his own copy of Ranger keys, all these extra glittery 6 Rangers here. He had his own copies that he found in space, and he uses them to fight these pirate Rangers. And the Red Ranger and the guy with the funny hat, they have like a real rivalry and stuff, and he only appears in like maybe 10, 12 episodes max.
Yeah, he was like the highlight of the entire show.
But by the end of the show, you're like excited to see him on camera anytime he's on.
The other thing, dude, that's nice about the show was like when they ended it, they wrapped up everything.
Everything. Nothing was missed.
Yep.
And I understand that not every Super Sentai season does that really well, but these guys wrapped up everything. Like, it's a complete story, beginning to end. You're not missing anything. You don't have any questions. It's a really great... There was clearly attention to detail put into this the same way that Marvel Studios would put attention into their Marvel movies.
Well, that's because they had planning.
Basic planning. And the problem is, when Power Rangers developed this season, there was almost no real planning. They had a full year to get it right, too.
Yeah.
They had the full year of samurai footage
they
to
knew-
then plan this, and they squandered the whole thing.
Yeah, that plus they knew when it was going to happen. They knew the date. They knew this was coming up. But like, oh, we're just going to goof around in the meantime and try to mush this together with the other one.
Like, I understand, for any outside fan watching here, I understand if what we're saying is kind of like a little rushed and not exactly making sense. But if you're a diehard fan and you know what we're talking about here, please tell me it infuriates you too, as much as it infuriates us.
Although I will say this for them, the season after Megaforce,
Power Rangers Dino Charge.
I love that show.
Yeah, they got that one right, but it was too little too late
Yeah,
at that point.
the show
That's
was
the problem.
great. I felt like they were trying to turn Troy into Marvelous. Like,
They were, and then they scrapped it midway through, which was
Yeah.
the problem. They gave him like a weird Super Saiyan power-up thing at one point in time too, which was also weird.
the other thing too is like I love Dragon Ball Z. Everyone knows me that I love Dragon Ball.
Of course.
But I want Dragon Ball in my Dragon Ball, not in other shows.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yo, bro, we heard you like Dragon Ball. We put Dragon Ball in your Dragon Ball.
No, it's not what we asked for. There were just many instances on Super Mega Force when it was adapted from this show that there were moments we didn't ask for. We didn't ask for character development on an American-created robot.
I want to point this out to you. This is like my favorite part of the entire show.
Oh, yeah. So what's cool about this show is before each super attack or each changing of powers using the keys and the phones, they have this really cool announcer just announce the name of the team.
It's like, final wave!
And the announcers, Wayne and I consider him the MVP of the show.
He was so great.
Goal Kaija! And all these other things.
Yep.
My nerddom is showing, to say the least. But yeah, we absolutely love this season. It's so badass, and they had the characters come back over and over again, and the toy opportunities were just incredible for this. Is this a countdown of
Top five best fights. Best Gil Kiger fights.
dope?
Yeah.
Should we skip?
Yeah, see if you can just find...
Oh, this is the end.
Oh, yeah, our
This fight was
our
awesome.
feathered friend got a super mode, and they're shooting at each other, and... We got to get
Yeah.
Barney in on this, basically. Barney, we gotta
I'm
have
totally
you-
down for rewatching the show, by the way.
I probably am too. Not gonna.
What did you want me to find, Merrick?
That's okay. No, just there's like an image of like all of the Rangers fighting from like the first episode. It's okay if you can't find it. I meant to.
That's still just a pretty good.
I mean, all these keys too. Yeah. So I got the American version of the keys. I went out to Toys R Us, and best believe I got every single key they had to offer. In Japan, with all of those different Ranger teams, they sold each key individually. So it's a massive gold mine.
Weren't you like at Anime Boston looking around for a bunch of them too?
I was, and I did.
But like people were like selling them for like higher or lower prices depending on which Ranger it was.
Yeah, basically. But again, that was around the time when Power Rangers was canceled.
Yeah,
so
wasn't.
There we go. Yeah, that's good,
Yeah.
Barney. Thank you.
Yeah. Joe was at Anime Boston one year. We both didn't know, and I hadn't seen Gokaiger.
Yes, we went to Anime Boston in 2013, and the Blue Ranger of the Gokaiger season was there in Boston, and I found out a day too late, and I'm still.
And if you
Kill
want to
myself
compare
over
him to One Piece characters, he would be the Zoro. So
Definitely.
he's definitely the cool character.
So if you want an introduction to Super Sentai as a whole, and you want a really good story that is in fact more complete than any Power Ranger season, basically.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the strongest that the franchise has to offer.
Agreed.
For sure. So we will definitely be rewatching it again.
Yeah, we're probably gonna rewatch it.
Definitely.
We'll get a bunch of other people to rewatch it too. I think
Yeah.
we even got your brother to watch it once with us too. Some of it.
I don't know if we did.
I know that he. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is how the show starts out.
Yeah. It's a theme, but either way, you get an idea of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to see the. Yeah, here we go.
All of these guys. And these Rangers can just access all of their powers like it's nothing. It just makes them the strongest team. So I cannot recommend enough Gokaiger. There are streaming sites, not streaming sites, sorry. There are sites where you can download the episodes and watch them.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's the freeze frame.
That's the
I mean,
money shot.
don't you know that all Power Rangers has that one cool shot, and this is it?
so cool.
I remember watching a bunch of other seasons for you when you were asking me to help you do something for Power Rangers, and I watched like a bunch of it. And I think I watched Mystic Force, and my whole comment was Power Rangers has got one good shot, and it's this shot
you need
right
that
here.
one good shot, and you need to film it early so you can use it for all the trailers
Exactly.
to promote the show.
There's so many explosions. Boom.
Just explosion. Well, they are pirates, so I'd hope there'd be a lot of explosions.
Cannot recommend it enough. If you want to understand my love for Super Sentai, it comes from this season. There's just so much to love. I mean, they got cannons coming out of their bellies. Like,
I mean,
it's perfect.
yeah. And he's got a hat. And he has every time he puts the hat on, he has to fix it.
And the Megazord too also like has different Zords from various seasons that join it. Like the Red Lion from Power Rangers Wild Force, like the Megazord can actually like jump onto the Red Lion and basically like have his legs become the Red Lion. Like he just becomes a centaur with
There's
swords.
also
It's
a part. There's also a part when the dragon from Magi Ranger comes out.
yeah.
It, like spoots out of his chest.
He can make a dragon come out of his chest.
And anytime there's a dragon in it, you know you're gonna like it.
It's so dope. What this is actually the combined Megazord here of the 6th Ranger and the main 5's Megazord, and it's like this. I'll change my frame if you don't mind. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, so it's our guy right here. He's got a giant fist and drill, and he's.
Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Punch, yes.
But yeah, so I can't recommend it enough. On that note, Wayne, do you want to play some games?
Sure.
Let's play some games. So today we are playing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Go get
the movie.
Here, do you want to be player 1 or player 2?
I'll be player 1. Can you just actually like get the controller underneath the table? Sorry, we didn't think that far ahead. Sorry, guys.
No, we did not. So unprofessional.
You know me.
Oh crap! I think I just jumped right in. Well, he's gonna be Tommy because he's always gonna be Tommy.
Oh, all right. So why don't you actually hit the reset button on that then? And
Yeah, because you don't want to be Billy.
no.
Here.
Oh, you could join me mid battle.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Now you got to restart because I can't be Billy. This is garbage.
Well,
Nope.
Here, just switch with me.
Oh, that makes sense.
I can play Billy the terrorist.
Yeah, he puts bombs out.
It's great.
It's a whole thing. Yeah, do it up. All right, so
Okay.
this will still be easier.
Oh yeah. He has to be Tommy. I mean, I don't know why Billy is fat in this game.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna pause for a moment.
That's
So
fine.
we're watching through our like main camera footage, and I just realized we have a giant TV in front of us where we can just actually be playing the game.
Yeah, that
Without a delay.
would probably.
Is there a delay?
A millisecond,
A
tiny
millisecond.
millisecond.
It's not bad.
There we go. All right.
There we go.
Except, actually, I'm gonna think I can fix the brightness on our monitor.
That would probably
Here.
help.
Yeah. All right. That's good. Ooh, got him. All right. Take it easy. Oh, you know what? We have music. I just realized.
Yeah, we were enjoying it earlier when I was.
I got to hear the motorcycles coming. My super kick.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting re-educated.
It's okay. It took me forever to figure out how to play this.
So I think when
Enjoy my bombs.
Billy's a terrorist.
Yep. That's what he keeps in those overalls, everyone.
Oh, now I get it.
I got hit by a car. It's okay, because as soon as I die...
Oh, that's how you do it.
Yeah, as soon as I die, I'm going to switch over to being someone else.
I don't blame you.
Anyone else. Mainly
Please.
Aisha.
No, you got to be Rocky.
Oh yeah, because Rocky was actually good.
Rocky's a good character.
No, I just like... although I did like playing Aisha, and I did like playing Adam.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Oh, I died.
Jump up.
So Merrick, when does this take place in the storyline of Power Rangers?
I'm assuming before the movie. Don't know why, but I'm just
Doesn't the
assuming
movie
it does.
start with them parachuting?
Yes.
So this is like right before they go parachuting. They just go around the streets of Angel Grove beating the crap out of buddies.
Yeah, this didn't happen. This was not a thing.
Say it didn't happen. Is the answer.
Food.
Oh yeah? Oh, yeah, well I can apparently throw people.
What's my jump? Oh, thank God.
I died again. My plan is to die, not as Billy. Oh,
You can
God.
punch to the side.
Yeah.
Is
That,
it true that one of the Japanese versions introduced an American Ranger whose morpher is a bird?
Yes.
yes.
Yes. So
Also the White Ranger from Die Ranger is like a 12-year-old kid that's like a super pervert.
yeah, so Tommy's White Ranger powers in season 2 of Mighty Morphin is based on Die Ranger, and in Japan he's a 12-year-old kid. So he just grows with muscles. They do the same thing in Turbo. They have a Blue Ranger in America who's a kid that becomes like an adult, and they did the same thing in Japan. That was the first time we saw a kid become a ranger. They like inflate his muscles as part of the morphing sequence. It's because it's all practical effects. It's very strange. But no, so in the like 2014 season or something where they're based on ninjas, there's like this, their sixth ranger is a cowboy and his sword is like a guitar, but his morpher is a cheeseburger.
Because that's America.
That's brilliant.
Now I kind of want a cheeseburger.
Nani? Dang it. Did you morph?
Yep.
Good call.
We both morphed at the same time.
Yeah, if you do one, they both morph.
That sign followed me so many times. Just like this one.
But you can punch it.
I didn't know that until just now.
It just hit you.
Yeah, I'm a bad player.
You heard it first, folks.
Easier with 2 players.
We'll see. This
yeah.
thing takes 5 hits.
What's your... Oh, that's how you uppercut. Got you.
Up and Y.
Use some strategery. Nope, 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 nope.
It's okay, I kind of want to die, so let me go all kamikaze on him.
I wanna die.
I'm being all emo here, folks. Enjoy it.
Emo Power Rangers. Well, we got him, so
I
it's
mean-
your last hit point on your last life. But I think you can actually switch your characters while I'm playing. I think that's something you can do.
Nope.
Avoid the fire.
Nope, because I wanted to die, remember?
Right.
Fire good.
So, yeah, I think... Yep. Perfect.
Alright, I'm going to play Rocky.
Do it up.
Which means I don't get my amazing hip attack.
Cheeseburger. Oh look, Bandai. That's called an Easter egg.
That's not an Easter egg, that's just advertisement. I don't see no Easter bunny running around.
Hop hop, mother trucker. You haven't gotten this far yet.
Nope.
Wayne died 7 times before we went live today, folks.
Yep, learning how to play the game, because it didn't come with an instruction manual.
I got it at GameStop like a decade ago.
I didn't know that.
Not a decade. I think it was like 15 years ago. I got it when I was really young. This was back when GameStop was just starting to take over all of their Funko Lands. Do you guys remember Funko Land? Where you could actually play games in the store, like any system, and they had like devoted spots for it?
I just always called them GameStops.
They were the same company, but GameStop just overtook everything. But if you remember Funko Land, let us know in the comments down below.
I remember going to Funko Land once. Oh, now we're going to fight a mirror person.
I don't remember if this guy was in the show. Ooh, run away.
Wow, he hurts. Holy crap, he hurts.
You never got this far?
Nope.
I did. A long, long time ago. Did you get the cheeseburger?
I did.
Good, you deserve the cheeseburger.
Darn right I do.
Forget, what's my super move?
You have to get powerful.
Oh, so I need to keep getting power. You're doing great.
Yeah, just let me do all the work.
Gotta keep me around for something.
I mean, you are Tommy, so... You did steal everyone else's stuff. I love how he just kind of sucker punched me that I died.
Ow. Good job.
Yay, now do we get to fight him as a giant Zord?
I don't know if the Megazord comes in yet. I remember with the Mighty Morphin game, the first Mighty Morphin game for Super Nintendo, the Megazord battles came at the end.
Ah,
So I think he's just dead.
good.
Now here's what I don't get. Why is Tommy's morph away green? His teleport away? Who thought of that?
Oh no.
Oh, we can change Rangers in between. I didn't realize.
Cool.
In some Power Rangers games, you can't do that. Like in the...
Aisha, hit him with the booty.
I am gonna hit her with the booty.
All right, girl power, let's go.
You're gonna die a lot. Kimberly's terrible.
That's the spirit.
Oh, we're on a boat.
My future wife.
Boat, mother trucker, don't you ever forget.
She looks like Blaze.
She does.
Whee!
That's not how you
Just
drive a boat.
casually surviving a boat crash.
And now we're on a Navy tank ship. We're on the helicarrier of the Avengers, no big deal. Which, by the way, small promotion for... Oh, hello. For next week, we are going to be playing Fall Guys on the show, and we're also going to be building the LEGO Avengers helicarrier. So get hype. I find it interesting that they have putties in this game whose specific job is to crawl. Send my putties down! Send the crawlers! Is that other putty coming back? Thank you. Give me the power. Smack. Have you shown them the booty bounce yet, Wayne?
Not yet, because you keep on stealing all my power.
All right, fine. I'll spread the love. Jeez. Oh, I didn't mean to take that one. God. All right, you can lead. Go ahead.
Okay. That was worth it, just for the joke. Okay, I think I have enough power for the booty bounce. Not yet.
I think your bar's got to get pink. I think you can do it.
Crossover's gonna go through some of the worlds that Power Rangers has crossed over with.
Well, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is certainly one of them.
I'm sorry for that.
They've crossed over with the Justice League in the comic books.
Really?
Yes, it's a
Yep.
great book. Power Rangers Justice League. Go buy it. I would not be surprised, since Hasbro owns Power Rangers now, if they wanted to try to make a crossover film with the Transformers and the Power Rangers. I think that would work.
I'm still waiting for that Godzilla and
Kong movie?
Kong movie. No, the Godzilla and Pacific
darn
Rim.
it. Getting reckless. We'll morph at the next set of enemies.
Cool. We can morph whenever you want.
How do I morph?
I don't know.
You were the one that did it first.
I don't remember how to do it. I think it's X.
All right. Let's not hit it yet. Let's.
There's like 6 buttons on that controller.
Excuse me, I'm used to 12 from the Xbox. Thank you.
Holy crap, Aisha's massive.
She
So
is.
is Kimberly. She's also orange.
They're so buff.
They butchered this one, folks.
They just use the same model, didn't
I think they're all based on the Red Ranger.
Yeah.
they? They look so ridiculous.
Avoid the missiles.
How is this fair? That was bull.
Oh wait, what? How did I? Unbelievable.
Oh, because I pushed it first.
Awful. Just awful. Great. Good job, guys. Great.
You're out of continues?
I'm out of continues because Wayne stole my continue. I never died. He died 3 times.
Yep.
You selfish bitch.
There's an app game of Family Guy where they had a cross promotion with the Power Ranger movie where you could unlock some of the Rangers.
I do recall that.
That's weird.
Rita and Alphabet.
Yeah. We've talked about it. That mobile app game is awful. No, it's like fun, but it's like so pay to play. It's like disgusting.
That's most.
And it's basically a game of rock paper scissors. Like if there was actual controls, I wouldn't mind, but it's just timing and rock paper scissors. There's better. Battle for the Grid is a far superior Power Rangers fighting game, in my humble opinion. I hate you took our lives, you monster.
I am.
Also, like, you didn't get far, right?
No, this game is really hard.
There's no chance of you beating this game.
No.
So I think, Wayne, you need to start playing this game a la Batman and be more stealthy and not just like run in and kill people.
No, I made my decision. Just to spite you, I'll die.
And clip it. Clip it.
Okay, go to the options. And give us like all the continues that you can.
I don't know if I can do that. We're already on normal, Wayne.
Wow.
That Family Guy app game has the weirdest crossovers. Godfather, Robocop, Ferris Bueller, Karate Kid, Clue.
Brilliant. You know what we'll do? Actually, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna keep this a little entertaining. My mic is still on. I'm going to live on the stream switch out the game for
And we're
another
gonna
Super
play
Nintendo
the
one.
other Power Rangers game.
Not exactly that one. It is another Power Rangers game,
Oh, I was gonna say,
but not that one.
Oh,
it's Power Rangers Week. You can't not play Power Rangers games.
we have to only
the
play.
VOD screen up, by the way, Merrick. You can.
Oh, you didn't have to do that. I figured we could just stay on.
We have it. The mics are still live.
Cool.
It's fine.
I can appreciate and respect that.
We got it to load.
You don't have to.
Oh, we're gonna fight each other.
Crawl. I see. I don't have to crawl under the cameras.
That was my fault.
I see. I didn't realize.
Are we doing story mode or fighting?
Fighting mode.
We're gonna fight each other.
Yes, so we're changing up games, folks. Make it a little more interesting. So we have 8 characters to pick from.
I'm gonna choose the Tiger Zord.
Do it up.
And if I can, I'm gonna see if I can Hadouken people.
I'm going to be the Shogun Zord. So this is Power Rangers. Oh, sorry, wrong button.
So where did the Shogun Zord come from?
So this is Power Rangers.
Oh my god. So the Shogun Zord came from the Ninja Sentai Kaku Ranger. And
I want to point this out to you all. The Shogun Zord is like dwarfing the Mega Tiger Zord.
Oh yeah, it's beefy for sure. The Ninja Megazord and the Shogun Zord are from that same season, and then they took the movie, the 1995 Power Rangers movie in theaters. They somewhat based some of their powers on that ninja season.
Hey, you know how to throw it out.
I didn't know I knew how to throw. Now I know. Yo. Fire!
No, I can't look at my moves. Okay. I did something.
It's not that complex a game.
I love how Zordon's like, hey, you two should fight now.
Fight for my amusement, peasants.
What is he talking about back there? He's just like, oh, bah, 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 bah.
Maybe he's telling us to stop fighting. That's why he's red.
Stop. That's what he keeps saying.
Yeah.
Stop.
Stop.
fighting.
He is just a giant floating head.
It reminds crossover of Play Fighter.
Did you ever see the Robot Chicken sketches for Power Rangers?
No. I feel like I don't want to ruin the franchise for
Oh,
myself.
it was hilarious.
I wonder what these bars are. Are they like a super move or something?
It's just like they're just pulsing in time.
All right, I'm just gonna.
Pulse in time.
Who's the little guy?
I am.
Oh.
I'm not one to play the Mega Tagazord. He had to pick the biggest one.
I didn't realize Shogun Megazord was that big. He didn't look that big on the show.
Yes, he did.
All right, so I'll be Goldar. Let's do it up.
No one wants to be Goldar. I remember for like my 10th birthday, my parents got me Goldar, and I was like, "What the heck is this?"
In what form? As a toy?
The toy. I was like, "No one wants Goldar."
You got me a flying monkey. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that so much.
By the way, I put my power all the way up. I don't know what that means.
What is happening? Oh my god. What? So much was happening. All right, so now it's weird that our bars are blue.
I put the power on mine all the way up. Don't know what that meant.
Oh, you're a speedy little fucker.
I just owned you with him. Okay, so the Ninja Megazord is the best one so far. Out of the two that I've played.
If you don't want Power Rangers ruined for you, then stay away from Death Battle.
Death Battle's different.
The Death Battle one was pretty good.
You're kind of going into that expecting to see people that you know and love getting mercilessly slaughtered.
Yeah.
That's different in my mind.
Yes. Yeah.
As far as it's not like parody, it's like meant to take the characters to another level,
Yeah.
as opposed to Robot Chicken where it's parody.
The Robot Chicken one is straight up parody.
Grr.
Can't reach you.
Come at me.
What's up with you and picking all the characters with reach?
I pick them as I see them.
He's still beating you with your max power?
That does a lot to him. I don't know what max power means. I just put it all the way up.
It's feeling like he's beating with the max power. Yowza.
That throw.
That throw, though. I deserve that. It's fine. No big deal.
I'm basically using the Chung-Li of the game. Who's this guy?
Silverhorn?
I feel like we should be... I feel like I'm going to play a villain this time.
Do it up. I'll be the hero. I always love Thunder Megazord's design.
It's one of my favorite ones.
Oh, yeah, so I didn't realize you could set your level before.
Yeah, now I'm one level lower than you because I lost the fight.
You don't have to do that.
Jeez, I'm so big.
That's what he said.
Phrasing. See? Once again, you pick reach.
Yeah, but I'm not doing anything to you. Because your face opens up and shoots lasers.
Hey, it's a condition.
Ow.
If your arms were that tiny too, your face would shoot lasers.
I have a big head and little arms, but I can shoot lasers from my face.
That's what the ladies say.
Clip it. Just in case anyone wonders why I invite Wayne on the show, this is exactly why, for the sound bites.
I don't think anyone knows.
I'm happy to see him.
I mean, that I'm in the D&D game too, so.
Oh, right.
He does what
Yeah.
He watches dubs.
But we've been over this though. Go Kaiser killed subs for me.
Hit the mute switch. Ooh, hello.
Do I do the way he shows slowly move his camera out of
Oh, all of a sudden he's losing the ability to use his controller. What is this mystery?
So the bad guy totally won.
He's a heavy little thing.
Now watch, you're gonna pick Zed, and you're gonna have more reach. I'm gonna pick this lipstick.
One of the dumbest costumes.
That wasn't a line. Lipstick.
Not every monster is a winner.
They needed a girl character.
You should see some of the villains that Jetman had from the Super Sentai footage. One of them was a giant ramen cup monster. Another one was like a rat with like a really disgusting black-haired mullet.
Well, I've seen the ramen cup monster, I think.
I mean, in Power Rangers they had the Pachinko monster.
Oh my god, a giant pachinko machine.
Yeah, which made no sense because no one here knew what Pachinko was.
That's awesome. Merrick, Crossover was asking if you felt like you wanted a part 2 to how it ended DC Power Rangers.
Yes, I definitely do. And they oh, whoa, that was, wow, Black Widow.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Neither do I.
Yes, crossover. I absolutely want a sequel to Justice League Power Rangers. And quite frankly, I don't see why there couldn't be a partnership with Boom Studios and Marvel to do
the Avengers.
Avengers team up with Power Rangers. How did you win after all that?
I just started kicking you in the head.
I guess
or
that's
in your
the
case,
secret.
the brain meats.
How to beat Merrick, kick him in the head.
I mean, that tends to be a really good answer to beat anyone. That, and plus I have reach for once.
So do I.
This is very, very suggestive.
Clip it. Ooh, I can helicopter. Woo, dope. Except all of your moves are like just stronger, I feel like. It's the lipstick. Yeah.
Yeah, you beat Lip Syncer.
I know, what an accomplishment. A one-off villain. I
So-
find it odd, of all the villains that they could have added to this game, they picked one random monster from Season 3.
I just want to point out to you that she's been showing a lot of thigh meat there.
For show, for show.
As the youngins would say, she would be the thickness. I have no idea how to win those.
I don't either. I think I'm getting it, maybe? Ow. I didn't know if this was going to be like a Super Street Fighter comeback where Ken's blocking with like one hit point left and then just like beats down. Yeah,
The world's best comeback.
it was an incredible comeback. Yeah, this is much more entertaining than Mighty Morphin the movie. So if you're joining us now and wanted a Mighty Morphin the movie, sorry,
Too
this is
bad.
better.
We're fighting each other because giant monster fighting. I totally ate all the continues, all like 7 of them.
70 quarters.
I just stole all of Merrick's quarters and just put them in the machine for me. Yeah, this time I'm the big guy.
I'm also the big guy, Wayne.
Don't ruin this for me, Merrick. I got the reach.
But I got the thrusters!
You got the face lasers.
Ouch.
Okay, he's best
I
character.
thought I grabbed you!
He's best character so far.
Yeah, Shogun's like,
Shogun's OP.
it's not even close. The reach and the heft, like, if there was a tournament play for this game, if this was an esport, Shogun Megazord would be banned.
Yeah, because this is enough.
Not even close.
Shogun Megazord is so ridiculous.
We'll have to ban him from all tournament play. So what's cool about this game too is if you play story mode, guys, you can actually fight Ivan Ooze, the movie villain, at the end. He's not a playable character for whatever reason. Don't understand why, but that is something you can do. So, yee.
Be some good old American Lord Zed. We had to make him less scary.
I hope everyone watching is convinced of why we think Super Sentai is good, and maybe it inspires someone to watch if they haven't done so already.
Yeah, enjoy my stick in your face.
That's what he said.
That's another clip.
The fight we never got in the show.
We should have.
I think they could have gotten somebody in Zed's suit and did a fight battle, like get a stunt double or something. He's an American concept, Lord Zed. Zed is pissed at... Not Zed. Zordon is pissed at me.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're in the training room and you're losing to me. You got that cool ninja stance and you can't even use it right. Last time I checked, the person with wolf hand tends to win fights. Because you have a wolf for a hand.
Dope!
You enjoy them. They're great.
We'll be talking more about our 2017 film tomorrow.
I remember going to see that with you at the theaters.
It was a little brother moment, I understand.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll go see it because of him.
It's like, will you go see it? Fine, I'll go see it. And watch it.
I didn't say, will you go see it? I just said, do you want to go?
No, you were like, Wayne! The Power Rangers movie's out. You want to see it? Yeah, sure.
All right, I might have sounded like that. I didn't beg you.
No, you didn't.
But I made it sound out of excitement that you should join me. Otherwise, you would be missing out.
We went with like a bunch of people. And then I saw like 2-3 days later again with someone else. It was a huge Power Ranger
Oh, you
fan.
saw it twice in the theaters?
I saw it twice in the
I only
theaters.
saw it once.
Really? I would have figured you would have been there like every hour.
I'm a busy man.
Not for Power Rangers though.
It was a bad time.
I'm dead. Lord Zed's terrible. I'm going back to Shogun Megazord.
All right, let's do it. Our last match for this: Ninja versus Shogun.
Okay. I was going to say, why don't we just do Shogun versus Shogun?
Can we do that?
Yeah, we'll find out.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
I mean, you curse on it. You told me not to curse.
With gameplay, it's different.
Hey. You're the evil one.
I am the evil Shogun Megazord.
The evil Shogun Megazord.
You can tell by all my red and white and black.
So I'm just going to spam one move and win.
Wonder which move that'll be.
You'll find out.
Oh, no. An epic battle of history. This is terrible.
Gosh darn it.
You guys suck. You guys are going straight to hell for this one.
Told you that was the best move in the game. It's so good.
It's the reach.
It is. Okay, no using
it's
X.
like,
No using B and A. How's that?
It's the killing of this.
Yeah. B and A, I can get behind it.
So you only use B and A.
I'm down with that. So this is an esport. It's just Shogun Megazord fighting Shogun Megazord. There are two separate
Welcome to Shogun Megazord Battle.
There are two different types of leagues for Power Rangers Fighting Edition: Shogun League and regular league. Oop.
Oh, I lost.
One apiece
Yep.
for all the marbles.
Now we're just gonna only use A.
I can buy that. This is awful.
It is. Oh, yeah. It was a good fight. Not really. It was terrible.
I never said that Power Rangers games were the pinnacle of perfection for video gaming.
But we will point out, though, Shogun Megazord, Flame Sword.
Banned from tournament play.
Forever.
The illegal move.
Oh, man. Well, I think that is an awesome spot to end it for today.
I could agree more, because I'm starving.
Bonnie, are you hungry over there, too? Yeah. Never mind. Good talk, Coach. So, So I will say, so there are two bits of information that I would like to put out there before we go today. So number one, we will be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for the continuation of our Power Rangers week, where I will be talking about the 2017 movie, and we are going to be talking about the villains of the overall Power Rangers franchise. Mwahaha. So tune in
After
for
10,000 years, someone will finally be free.
Sidebar, has anybody seen the RNC speech thing with where it feels like you're watching Rita Repulsa deliver a speech at the Republican convention?
No, I need to.
Do it up.
It was so good.
So that's number one. We will be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Number two, we will be uploading tomorrow as well before the show our thoughts on what occurred at DC Fandom this past Saturday, where all kinds of trailers were dropping, and I wanted to take a time to talk about it. I didn't want to wait till next Friday's show to talk about it, just because I feel like it's relevant now. So stay tuned for that tomorrow. That will be a YouTube exclusive. So if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe, and that way you can know exactly when we upload the video.
How many members are we on YouTube for right now?
69.
So whoever is the 70th person, you get to say nice in the comments. And also the 69th person also can go nice.
Brilliant. If you found out you were the 69th person or subscriber.
Nice.
So stay tuned for that. And before I go, I actually would like to point out, so in the past couple of days, there has been the news of Jacob Blake out in Kenosha, Wisconsin, who was breaking up a fight, and he was shot in the back 7 times by a police officer. He is alive, thank goodness. I believe the reports did say that he is paralyzed from the waist down, and that was just the latest bit of information that we had on that. But I just wanted to give my condolences to the Blake family, to the community out there in Kenosha. We here at the Dirty Table, we stand by Jacob. We think what happened to him was incredibly wrong, and we hope to continue that change will come to the systemic racism that exists in the police force. And, you know, it's just really important to vote for your representatives to help make more positive change for everyone in this country and around the world. That's all. So our hearts go out to Jacob Blake. We stand by you. Black lives do matter. On that note, we will see you guys tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, make sure you like and subscribe to all of our various platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, The Dirty Table Nights, here at Knights of the Dirty Table. Thank you all so much, and we will see you tomorrow. Bada bing, bada boom. Let me hit my button as I walk into the room. Bye!